So that morning is kind of tough. I have to walk all the way back to my car. I parked my car perfectly fine, so they didn't tow it. So I was able to get back to my car and have access to that. And then contemplating selling the car and whatever else, my decisions, I essentially have no money now. The first time I got a DUI, I was still country dancing 5, 8 years ago. And I was going with a friend, and we went all the way down to Lake Forest, I think it was, across the Ortega, which is windy in the mountains. And I can't remember if she was supposed to drive back or not, but it was someone's birthday, and she got pretty drunk, and I was like buzzed. But I remember I was trying to be respectful. Usually, I always sleep in my car. I liked being in the back of my car with my phone. It was like a little movie theater. I never really drove. I had the option, and so that time I just tried to be responsible. I waited outside Jack in the Box, just literally right next to the country bar out there, and I waited till like 2, 3 a.m. to eat food, rest, drink water, and it was on the way home that I kind of just started to fall asleep as I exited the freeway to get onto the Ortega back to Temecula, and I bumped a little trash garbage can, and this Mexican male came out. I couldn't understand him, so because of that, we couldn't really get anywhere. He had to call his boss, and the moment that we were just going to split off and say, hey, it is what it is, because he had no damage at all. I had damage. My car was bented in. And when I fell asleep, I barely hit his, but it was enough to bend mine because this was pure metal, I guess. It was a small garbage truck thing. Right then and there, a cop pulls up, and I blow like 0.08, 0.09, so I'm supposed to be able to potentially get a wet reckless, or maybe I was going to let go, but it's the Ortega. Honestly, it's a blessing, because who knows if I would have fallen asleep on the Ortega. And so she gets picked up. I end up going to jail. I get a DUI lawyer to fight this. And essentially, that DUI lawyer turns out to be a drug addict, and he misses my first court case. I get a warrant for my arrest. I tell the judge. They call the board or whatever, and so they take his license, or they're going to, because he doesn't answer in the court. And then he calls me randomly after having snagged $2,500 from me and my parents, and he goes, oh, can you please rescind that? And we're like, it's too late, man. Like, you screwed me over. And so he only calls when his life is now being, his license is going to get taken. So I get a public defender who gets another public defender, because for some reason they drop it after 6 months, and they dropped it after 6 months. So you can imagine I'm just waiting forever without a car in this whole situation. Quick correction, it was 9 years, around 8 months, not 5, 8 years between the first and second. So then that's how I get my first one. Back to the second. I wake up, get to the car. Very difficult, no money almost, and I finally just make the decision to text my dad and my mom, which is my stepmom at the time.